Hey everyone, welcome back to Self Help Summaries as channel, where we break down powerful ideas that help you live better, one small shift at a time. Today's video is all about habits, not the big dramatic kind, but the small, silent ones, the ones that quietly shape your future, whether you notice them or not. So if you're tired of trying and failing at big changes, stick with me. These small habits will show you how tiny actions, consistency, can completely transform your life. Let's dive in. What are atomic habits? Have you read Atomic Habits book? Do you follow Atomic Habits? Here, we will understand the book Atomic Habits, written by James Clear, and teaches about building good habits. Sometimes we spend our whole life creating a good habit. Then, a tiny mistake turns that habit in a second. Why does this happen? This is not wrong, but sometimes even small efforts bring better results than hard work. Atomic Habits by James Clear tells us about the same habits. Atomic has two meanings: very small or infinite energy source, and habit means the things that we repeat every day. Atomic habits are those little habits that can make a big difference in your life. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear is about habits, in which by adopting the methods taught, you will be able to make good habits by making small changes in your everyday life. What is the book Atomic Habits for? Those people who want to reach the pinnacle of success, people who want to know about their habits, those people who want to study psychology, people who want to leave their bad habits and adopt good practices. What will you learn by reading the book Atomic Habits? Why don't we do small things? How do we form our habits? How to make any boring job fun? To achieve significant success, start with small steps. The result of small actions can be huge. Friends, when you exercise every day, you do not become healthy and fit in one day, but one day you become healthy. Similarly, when you eat fast food outside every day, you do not know that you are getting fat. But after a few days or a few months, when you look at your old photo, you know how eating that fast food every day has affected your health. Friends, we do not know how many such things happen daily, whether good or bad. We always feel that the result of that small work will not be anything special, but we forget that we can go forward or backwards by doing that small work continuously. For example, a person constantly searches for good information on the internet. At the same time, another person watches or searches for entertainment on the internet daily. However, it seems that both people are using the internet. But after 5 years, the difference between them will be huge. So, if you want to be prosperous and healthy in the long run, you should identify the things that are taking you forward or backwards and also see whether doing those things is good or bad, and then decide whether you should do that work every day or not. Let us understand this with an example. If you are doing some new work today or some such work that you do every day, then you should ask yourself if you will continue to do this for the next 5 years. So, what effect will this have on you? In this way, you can know whether you should do that work or not. If you spend most of your income on buying good equipment or amenities, then it is obvious that you're giving yourself a rest. And after 5 years, its effect will be that even after 5 years, you will be earning the same amount of money as you are earning now. But if you invest most of your income in improving yourself or somewhere from where you get a good return, then it is evident that after 5 years, you can earn money by doing a lot of work. Must have been and will become a prosperous person. To understand this completely, know this. Whether or not a child will grow up to become a prominent cricketer depends on whether he learns and practices in this direction from childhood. How will the one who does not start moving forward? Similarly, Your results also depend on your habits, your bank balance on your savings, and your weight on your eating habits. How much information you have depends on how much time you give to your studies. There will be as much garbage in your room and life as you have not cleaned for a long time. That is, you get what you do and repeat it every day. Time widens the distance between defeat and victory. The more time you put aside, the closer you will be to Him. Good habits make time your friend, and bad habits make it your enemy. So, in this way, habits play an essential part in deciding the direction of our life, or if you say they are the pillars of the bridge to someone's successful life, then it will not be a big deal. So, in this way, you understand how important good habits are, but to know how to adopt them, it is essential to understand that practices are like double edged swords. If good happens, life becomes successful, and if bad happens, life is ruined. You must have often heard this question: where do you see yourself in the coming 5 years? Or what do you want to be when you grow up? But very few people ask, what will you do in the coming 10 minutes to improve your life? And only people with such thinking are more successful in life. Remember, if you assume I can crack any exam in the coming 2 years after studying for 6 hours a day from tomorrow, you are thinking too far. It's not wrong, but it's almost impossible to do this consistently. That's why don't think of cracking just one exam as your goal. Divide your exam syllabus into small portions daily and achieve the small goals you set every day. Doing this every day will make it a habit to achieve your goal, making it easier for you to achieve big goals. And thus, getting 1% better every day will make you 100% better in 100 days and 3600% in 1 year. And finally, becoming so much better, you can achieve every goal that might seem significant right now. Make yourself 1% better every day. Your identity is formed by your habits. Have you ever wondered why changing habits seems so difficult? This is because we either try to change the wrong things or try to change our practices in the wrong way. There are three main reasons for bringing change at any stage of life: change based on outcome, changing habits to achieve something you want, change practices, change based on identity. That changing your habits to become like your ideal person. Now think for yourself. Which of these should you pay attention to? If you just think about the result, you will get bored because your desired outcome may be significant. However, they can achieve it only after months or years of continuous effort. So try to make change a part of your identity and enjoy the process. This means changing your habits to make a few percent better changes in yourself daily. If you want to make a habit of reading newspapers daily, then consider them with those you know. With this, people will recognize you as knowledgeable of all news, and reading the newspaper daily will become a habit. 4 easy ways to build a good habit. The question is the answer, and the more good questions one asks, the better answers one gets, which take life to a new and better place. This is also true of habits. So ask yourself these 4 questions whenever you want to change a pattern. 1. How can I change this? What small steps can I take now to change this? 2. How can I make it attractive so that I enjoy making the changed habit? 3. How can I make it easier so I can easily create a better habit as a part of my life? 4. How can I make it satisfying? What do I enjoy after doing it? In this way, the primary purpose of habits is to make your life easier and better. So change them. Imagine yourself to be who you want to be. Before adopting a new habit, consider how it will affect your life. Will this habit make me who I want to be? If you get the answer yes, understand that your mind is ready to adopt a new habit. So imagine yourself acting that way and how you will work, think, and feel after adopting a better routine. The best way to start a new habit. People who feel they lack the motivation to do something need to note that in reality, they lack clarity but clarity. They don't even know where they want to go or why. Regarding this, Bill Gates says that everyone with clarity and energy can achieve infinite success. So, one of the best ways to create a new habit is to create clarity of why you want to change the pattern. What are you going to give up to break this habit? What small things to start with to adopt a new habit? Start with a small action right now. You need a good environment, not much motivation. Environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior. Boss, James Clear. Simply put, the things around you with whom you spend the most time. These things can be a book, something to think about, etc. And remember that every habit starts with a need. So, to adopt a better practice, find a better condition, and spend more time with people with that kind of mindset, thoughts, and feelings about it, and how to do self balancing. Once a good habit is formed, it stays forever and keeps helping to make life better. But sometimes, a person's mind gets lost in the greed of the satisfaction of bad habits. For example, whenever you see something sweet during a diet to lose weight, the temptation to eat it increases and your self control fails. And in such a situation, some people give up their diet after giving up. Due to this, again, we get into bad habits or, say, a destructive lifestyle. That is why it is imperative to have self control. And the best way to make it is to keep things out of your sight that can break your morale and to keep your confidence boosting things like thoughts, feelings, and people around you, or go among them yourself. How to make a habit of habits. Cultivating habits means adopting better practices and giving up bad habits to achieve your goals. For this, always keep your eyes on the target. Think about what will benefit it tomorrow if I adopt this habit today. How much better and more comfortable my tomorrow is going to be. And by doing so consistently, takes a habit to make your habits attractive and keep an eye on the result, which helps a lot in creating a calm, happy, and successful life. How family and friends affect your habits. Undoubtedly, we always try to be like the people around us. And this famous quote about successful people is that you are the average of five people with whom you spend the most time. Your income, health, respect, and way of thinking are the average of those five people. That is why your family and friends must have good habits. And if it is not, you join a group or club where people of the kind of mindset that you want to be like, how to find the cause of bad habits and how to change them. Just as thinking about the result of a good habit makes it attractive, thinking about the development makes you start making that habit or work with more noise and motivation. Similarly, thinking about the result of a bad habit makes it useless. It makes you and lets you down. So pay attention to it daily and find habits or activities that waste your time, reduce your productivity, or do not play any role in taking you towards the goal. Then consider the result of those habits. Keep doing the practices that give the desired effect and leave the rest. Proceed slowly. To change your habits, it is also essential that your new practices are straightforward. It is easy to start and repeat them. Any habit is formed by repeating it over and over again and moving forward slowly. Therefore, do any new work or habit in small steps and gradually increase it. But keep in mind that maintain consistency, less effort and maximum results. How nice to hear this, doesn't it? This is also true because in reality, our brain also works like this. It also likes to choose a less brutal way to do any work in the beginning, a position that one can do with hard work and time. So, to get better results, to get better work done by your mind, keep him happy and listen to him. Do the job as much as you can with a calm mind. Keep in mind that in the beginning, do not put pressure on the reason to do any work. Just do it a little bit every day with a calm mind. When this work is continuous for a few days, then the reason will automatically find ways to make that habit in the best way. If you need to make just that best habit or do the work daily and continuously, stop procrastination in 2 minutes. Procrastination is the biggest enemy of good habits and a better life, or in simple words, success. An excellent way to change it is 2 minutes. Means that whenever you think of doing something, start doing it within 2 minutes of thinking like that, so that your mind does not get a chance to wander and you can do better work. Make good habits a part of life and eliminate bad habits. The inversion law, just as it is necessary to make good habits easy to adopt, so it is difficult to get rid of bad habits. When we have to eliminate the habit of using social media sites, we delete those apps only. By this, we make that habit possible. Necessary rule to change behavior. It is true that whenever we get satisfaction from doing something less, we do not shy away from doing that thing again, but try to do it more and more times and for more time. That is why, to make positive changes in behavior and make new habits satisfactory, for this start with tasks that give satisfaction and, in the same way, keep increasing the work and pleasure. This is an essential rule to convert bad habits into good habits. Always do that work that gives you peace and happiness in your mind. How to stick to good habits every day. According to psychological research, we get the most satisfaction when we accomplish a goal. Now download a habit tracker app to know whether you have completed your plan or not, or find out your habits by marking a book or calendar. This will create a connection between your habits and yours, and thus, to stay connected with your habits, observe them and ensure you meet your daily goal in the improvement zone. How? Making someone an accountability partner changes everything. Discuss your goals and daily schedule with people in your family or friends who want to see you succeed. By doing this, accountability is established because when you do the right thing, make a good habit, and work towards the goal, they will appreciate you, and in the same way, they will guide you and advise you on the right path with good habits. It will help you stay connected. The truth about talent. When your talent is important and when it isn't, choosing the right goals is very important for you to be successful. And to achieve this goal, it is essential to identify and improve your interest and talent. For example, if you are not interested in singing and you make it your destination to become the most famous singer in the world, then it is foolish. But if you have an interest in writing and you aim to become a great writer of the world and increase your talent by learning the necessary things for that, then one day you can become a great writer of the world. It is easier to adopt habits when they match your natural abilities. Natural abilities mean the work you enjoy and the appointment you want to do nothing. That's why to choose those habits that you are interested in doing and that make you happy, and then keep on increasing your ability to become better at them. The rule of Goldilocks, from where to bring motivation in life. The biggest enemy of success is not failure but boredom. So when we get bored of doing something, we do not try to do it. So sometimes it seems almost impossible to do it. And gradually, this horrible habit leads people to failure. According to the Goldilocks law, a person feels more motivated when performing tasks that match his or her current abilities. That is why, by being influenced by a successful person, do not forcefully adopt any of their habits or routines. Instead, see your ability, which habits you feel happier doing, and make it your habit. Through this, it will be faster and easier to reach the target. Or say that this is your fast track, then it is not a big deal. How is a good habit formed? The pattern is formed by practicing cue, craving, response, and reward. Whether it is good or bad, it is included in 4 stages. 1. Cue. First, you get a signal from outside. For example, if you see a picture of smoking somewhere, it signals you. 2. Craving. After getting the craving signal or cue, you also wake up craving or craving for that thing. 3. Response. Then you respond to that longing or desire. That is, you start doing that work. For example, you can get a desire by seeing a smoking picture, and then you can start smoking cigarettes. Reward. After the response, your brain gives you a reward of happiness and joy. You must have noticed that all the bad habits fill you with joy for a short time, but gradually, this joy becomes the cause of your sorrows. You start having all kinds of problems. The author says that if you want to leave a bad habit, get it right in stage 1. If there is a smoking poster in front of you, do not look at it. Instead, get out of there while jogging. Even if there is a clue, then end the desire. Even if there is a desire, do not give a response but start doing other work. With this, you will never get stuck in that habit, and you will be able to move towards creating good habits. Formulas to build good habits. The formula to build good habits: obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Now, let's see how you can make any good habit. For this, you have to adopt 4 methods. 1. Obvious. Obvious means simple. Whatever you want to make a good habit, first make it a goal, meaning what do you want to achieve and how much? For example, take the example of blogging. If you're going to do blogging, decide how much money you want to earn. If you are a beginner, your target can be 5,000 per month. If you give this goal to the mind, it will not be confused. He will go to achieve that goal. But the mind will be confused if you think I earned a lot of money from a blog, because a lot can mean anything. Give your mind a clear goal. Similarly, in the case of a blog, make a goal of how much you can write in a day. If you can report a page, then say that I will write 1 page daily. It should not happen that today you have written 5 pages and then do not write anything for a week. If you want to do exercise like this, then make it clear how many hours you will exercise: 15 minutes, 30 minutes, etc. Do as much time as you can. Think about how many push ups you have to do like this: 20, 40, 80. So keep the goal of everything in such a way that the mind becomes clear. Only then will he try to get it from you. 2. Attractive. Make the target attractive. Friends, you will not be able to achieve any goal if you feel that burden. So it is imperative to make her beautiful. There can be many ways of this. For example, divide the work into small parts. Like writing a post in blogging, write 500 words, and then stop for a while. And during that time, you can come for a walk in the park. You can also listen to music. Then, when you feel fresh again, write 500 more words. Take rest after 1 rep in similar bodybuilding. Gossip with friends. Do not do any such work together for a long time. I can do it intermittently every half hour and do some interesting things during that time. 3. Easy. Make the easy goal easy to achieve. Do not set an impossible dream for this at first. Do not think of doing 100 push-ups on the first day of bodybuilding. Do not think of writing 4 to 5 posts in a single day in blogging. Instead, achieve the goal by adopting small steps. You will find it very easy. 4. Satisfying. The goal should give you satisfaction. For example, if you do bodybuilding, Then see that you are strong and beautiful. Fats are low. You're getting over bad habits. You will be motivated to continue that habit when you get satisfaction. How to continue the habit for a long time. Friends, if you want to make a good habit of achieving any goal, then do two things. Make sure to time it first, and where others will do that work, decide that too. For example, if you want to write a post for blogging, then at what time will you write it? I will write for 1 hour in the morning or the evening, or you can write both. Decide on all this. This will make your mind active. Then also think about in which room where you will sit and write. So it is imperative to ensure the time and place. Conclusion. So, friends, this is information about habits and ways to create better habits. I hope you have learned many essential things. Now, adopt them in your life and replace bad habits. Habits that do not make much sense in the real happiness of life. Just a moment's satisfaction, better and better habits, habits that make you happy, give peace and success, and lead you to the top in that direction. Practical suggestions to apply atomic habits in your life. 1. Start tiny. Pick one small habit you can do daily without fail. 2. Design your environment. Arrange your surroundings to make success easy. 3. Track your progress. Visual cues like habit trackers increase motivation. 4. Use immediate rewards. Celebrate small wins to keep motivation alive. 5. Build identity-based habits. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? And build habits that reflect that. 6. Plan for setbacks. Don't let occasional failures derail you. Get back on track quickly. 7. Reflect and refine. Regularly assess your habits and adjust for continuous growth. 8. Be patient. Lasting change takes time, but it's worth every step. Final message and your challenge. Now that you've learned the core ideas behind atomic habits, here's my challenge to you. What's one tiny habit you'll commit to starting today? Something so small that you can't fail. Write it in the comments below, because that one small habit might just change the course of your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to level up their life one habit at a time. Until next time, stay consistent, stay patient, and keep becoming 1% better every day. This is Self-Help Summaries signing off.